What's up everyone, Nick here from TechOrb today, and today we're going to be looking at iCloud for Mac OS X Lion, so let's get started. Okay, so before we can go and log into iCloud.com, which we have here on the screen, you're going to need to do a few things. So what you're going to want to do first is to open up System Preferences, and then you're going to want to click on iCloud under Internet and Wireless, but you can do this, well, you need to get an update for Mac OS X Lion, so you need to have Mac OS X Lion 10.7.2, which you can update for free by going to the Apple menu and clicking Software Update, and it will be in there. So you click on iCloud there, and what you can do is sign in with your Apple ID, or you can create an Apple ID if you don't have one. So I'm just going to sign in with one here that I have, and then you're going to click sign in. Okay, so before you can log in, you have to read the terms of service. So click I have read and agree to the iCloud terms of service, and then click continue. And down there it should say unrecognized Apple ID or password. It usually says that the first time you log in for some reason. I don't know exactly why it does that, but it does for some reason. So here we have the option to check what we want. Now I can't use Find My Mac because you have to have administrator rights, and I'm using a different account than my normal account on the computer because I already have it set up with iCloud with my other Apple ID. So we're just going to use it for contacts, calendars, and bookmarks for now. So once you have those two selected, which ones you want, you can go ahead and click Next. Now here we have the option to select a bunch of things. You see that Mail and Notes isn't selected, which you can set up. And basically what that does is when you click on it, it comes up so you can create a @me.com email. I'm not going to do that right now, but because I don't want to set up another email address. So I probably won't be able to show you the mail features of iCloud. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'll show you the rest of the features. So once you have done that, you'll click OK if you like to set up a mail account or @me.com account. And you can see that there are some other things there, such as bookmark, calendars, and contacts, which you can select and do with what you want. So now you go on iCloud.com and enter your information, your Apple ID and password, and you'll click enter. Then you can set your language and time zone and your picture that you would like to have. You select your time zone by clicking the little dots there, so it kind of gets kind of hard. Then you click done, and here you are in the main menu. So first thing I'm going to show you is mail, which I probably won't be able to show you, so you will have to have an address. So what I'm going to do is actually create that @me.com right now. So what you do is what I did before, so go back into System Preferences and then click on Mail and Notes, the little checkbox next to it, and I'm going to enter a email that I would like to use. Please note that this cannot be changed, and once you create it, that is your email. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Then you just want to click on Mail, or I guess we'll have to sign out and sign back in. So I'm going to do that right now and enter the Apple ID and password again. And now when we click on Mail, it'll come into a basic email viewer, which you can see on most email clients like Gmail or Yahoo or whatever you use. It's very simple. You just click on your message and it pops up into the viewer to the right. So you can see Apple sent a iCloud, welcome to iCloud mail. And when you open up your Mail application on your Mac, that would be the default one. I don't know how you set it up for, like, if you were using Outlook or something else. But you can see that it pops up, and this is using an IMAP based service. So basically, when you read an email on one device, such as your iPhone or Mac or on iCloud.com, it automatically syncs it with the other one, saying that you've read it. So basically, you won't be reading emails more than once, which is really a nice feature that many of you probably already have from Gmail and stuff. So if I send an email to myself here, just a little test email, I guess, you can see that when we go back to iCloud, or it pretty much pops up right away. When we go back to iCloud and click Mail, and we read that message, you can see it's new. And when we go back to Mail, it's read already. So it's kind of just a cool feature, so you don't have to reread emails all the time, which gets kind of annoying. And when you reply from one of the devices, such as iCloud.com or on your Mac, it will automatically, if you go into, here I'll show you in a second, but if you go back into Mail, and you go into the Sent tab, you can see that it has that message that was sent. And it's pretty cool because you can just, update all of your things without having to view the message more than once. So next, Contacts is the next big feature. So it basically sync all your contacts throughout all your devices, which I think is a pretty cool feature. So you can see here we have yourself as your contact. And if we go into address books, we can see it has the same contact information. And if we add a new user in there, we'll just enter some random information here. And you click Done. Then when we go back out to the main menu by clicking the little cloud icon, it should pop up right in there. If we add one from iCloud in the Contacts app online, and you enter your information in, and we're just quickly entering a random number in, you can see that it almost automatically will pop up an address book here. So basically it pretty much just does that without even having to do anything. You can still share them from address book, which I kind of accidentally clicked on the share button, so you can email a contact. So that's kind of a cool feature. So the next feature is going to be Calendar. And for some reason, whenever you click on Calendar in iCloud, the iCal will automatically open for some reason. I don't know exactly why it does that. It'll be launching here. Yep, there it is. And basically this works the same as the other apps. It's kind of all repetitive, just basically a different way to think about how these apps work. But if you add an event, let's say we'll add an event on Saturday. We'll just call this event, I guess. And we'll change the time here so it's not just the default half hour. When we go over to iCloud and go back to the main screen, you have to reload the page, and click on Calendar again, it'll pop up right there in the calendar. If we want to add another event from iCloud.com, you can just click on where you want to add the event, type in the name of your event, so in this case event 2 at the location. You can select your calendar. We're going to select home for this event, and we'll make it end from 8 to 9:30. So we'll click OK, and then we go back to iCal, and it's pretty much instant, so it's updating, should be updating right now, and it says event 2. So this thing works pretty well. It doesn't have a lot of issues syncing your calendars and stuff yet, so I can't really show you the next two right now, but basically Find My iPhone would be where if you lose your iPhone or you forget it somewhere, you can, and this will also work with Find My Mac, so you can use this from any computer, Windows or Mac computers, or pretty much from any browser. So it just shows your devices and where they are. You can as I said earlier, you can remote wipe them, send a message, remote lock them. So it's pretty cool. Really easy to set up. I highly recommend using it, and it'll be good. And then finally, iWork. You can sync your iOS iWork applications such as Pages, Numbers, and Keynote with iCloud and your computer, so you can basically have them all in one spot. So once you download these apps, you can also have them on your computer and sync those apps. So that's pretty much it for the first video, or the first TechOrb episode, covering iCloud on Mac OS X Lion. So if you guys have anything that you would like, that you have questions on, you can leave those down in the comments down below this video. And if you have any suggestions on if you want us to review anything for future episodes, such as apps or anything, leave those down in the comments below. And we will catch you guys next time on TechOrb.